What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Krusty Christy. Hope everyone's hanging in there, doing the best you can in this economy. Or if you live in another country, I hope you're doing the best you can. But yeah, it's a beautiful day here today. Again, I'm poor. Sorry about the lighting. Sorry about the window right here. But you know what? I'm gonna keep on doing what I do, even with a webcam that's like that big. Nothing I can do. I like making videos. Never gonna be famous, never gonna make money, but I like doing it. Anyways, let's get right to it. I seen this one. Well, I haven't seen it, but I seen the title. It's just like, while partaking in a sausage fest, serial cheating wife claims she was mentally loyal. Even when women are caught red-handed, the majority of them cannot admit they were wrong or they did anything wrong. They can never say I'm sorry. They can't apologize. They just can't do it. It's been proven. If you have a girlfriend or a wife who can apologize and say, "Oh, I'm so sorry," not for cheating, but just anything, she's probably a keeper. She's probably a keeper. Let's check it out.
Here's a short story about a cheating wife who cheats on her husband multiple times, multiple guys, and upon getting caught comes up with the most absurd justification and attempt to try to salvage the relationship I've heard in a long time. And it goes to show you guys, you may think you've heard it all and all these stories and all. No, there's always something new to trump previous crazy types of stories and things people say and do to cover themselves and try to, well, you know. Title: My wife, a 32-year-old female, cheated multiple times but says she was mentally loyal and thinking about giving her a maybe undeserved second chance. Yep. Now listen to this. It says, so my wife Jessica, my favorite name for these types, and I have been together for 8 years, married for 4. Like most relationships, we've had our ups and our downs, but I always thought things were solid. How many guys say that crap? She's gorgeous, smart, and always seems so loving. Well, she's loving to everybody in town but you.
She's solid.
Or at least that's what I thought. Recently I found that she cheated on me. Okay, divorce. Not just once, but multiple times with multiple guys. Again, divorce, dude. I know the exact number now. 3 different men over the course of a year. No, you don't know the number. The whole thing came to light when I accidentally found a series of messages on her phone, things she thought I wouldn't see. The more I looked into it, the more I hurt. I'm sorry, man. That's terrible. But you can't stay with her.
If your wife or your girlfriend cheats, divorce her or break up with her, because she will cheat again. In this case, it's a no-brainer. At least 3 guys in a year. I bet you it's more. Yeah. It doesn't matter how much you love them. Just remember, where was their love? Where was their loyalty when they were these guys? When she was cheating on you, Where was her love for you? I know the pain and stuff about, someone. I was never cheated on, but I had my heart broken, and I was still in love with her. Even though she treated me like shit, and I treated her so nice. I was stupid. This is years ago. I haven't dated anyone in a long time. But divorce her, break up with her. If you're still in love with her, just remember, where was her love for you when she was taking it in the wherever? There's 3 places she could be taking it.
Well, she tried to justify it, saying that she stayed mentally loyal to me. Mentally loyal? I've never heard that one before. Oh, great. Thanks, honey. I feel so much better. She said that while she may have been with these men, physically, emotionally, she was still committed to our marriage. It didn't sit right with me, but I couldn't help but try to understand it. Snap out of it, dude. She is mind after you. This is ultimate mental gymnastics. She's cheating on you physically and emotionally, but mentally she's loyal. Oh, that's great. Thanks a lot, honey. I appreciate that. Bro, women don't do this and say these things unless they think you're such a bonehead you're going to fall for it. She doesn't want to leave the marriage because obviously, resources and all that, but
divorce.
Just have her fun on the side. I'm not perfect. I know I didn't do everything right in our relationship. I can admit that. I didn't always make time for her like I should have. I didn't plan dates. I didn't always do the little things like taking out the trash or doing the dishes when I knew she was tired. Maybe I took her for granted, thinking she would always be there. Well, maybe you did some of these things that you said that obviously wasn't helpful. Maybe you got so caught up with work and other things. Who knows?
Doesn't make it right.
Justify her cheating on you once, let alone with multiple guys multiple times, and
that stuff
numbers of
here.
Many more dudes. No, don't let her try to freaking make you
Taking
feel bad
all
and
these
gaslight you, make you feel you're a bad guy.
sausages
This is what they do to these guys.
through the roof.
But that doesn't excuse what you did. Thank you. There were a lot of late nights where I'd be working late, and I'd come home and she'd be quiet and distant. I didn't notice the signs. She started going out more, not telling me exactly where she was going, and being vague about who she was with. Well, you should never have accepted that.
I know.
Ever. You said, if you're going out, I'm going to know where you're going.
I know.
I'm going to know who you're with, and da-da-da-da. And by the way, all these things that she was obviously upset about, did she ever in any way, shape, or form sit him down and talk to him, and not with hints that women do, or innuendos, hoping that he should just read her mind, because they don't think men are mind readers, not a bunch of freaking Professor Xaviers we need to be spoken to. But no, instead she decided to go cheat on him to punish him.
Do you want to know where to invest $1,000 right now?
Nope.
Well, forget about AI and quantum computing.
All right.
But I never questioned her, thinking everything was fine. I could have paid more attention. I could have asked more questions. Well,
yeah, you could have.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda, dude. One weird thing is I noticed about all 3 of the men is that they were all 10 years older than her. Could this mean she's into older guys? Well, maybe. But anyway, when I confronted her,
cares?
She cried. Go back Handbook Chapter 2. She apologized, of course. She said she loves me and she regrets it. No, she does not regret it. She regrets getting caught. If she didn't want to be in this marriage, she could have ended it. No, she wanted...
It's the same thing with someone getting caught with a crime, getting caught for some crime, or something smaller. They apologize, like people, like celebrities. tweeting or whatever you call it now, leaving some racist comment online, and they get a bunch of backlash, and then they apologize. That's a fake apology. They do it because they're getting backlash. Their PR or whatever, their attorney, their whatever, their agent, they're like, you need to say you're sorry, apologize, send out a tweet, apologizing. Those are fake apologies. First thing they said, they meant. They're not sorry about the comment they left. They're sorry that they're getting all this backlash and hate from all these people. Anyone who gets caught cheating and they apologize, I'm sorry, they're not sorry. They're sorry that they got their ass caught. Go back and watch. There used to be a show for you young kids called Cheaters. It was a great show.
Best of both worlds.
Yeah, she
But
wanted.
she also said that something that really stuck with me. She said she didn't feel wanted anymore. That she was lonely and I wasn't paying attention.
That doesn't mean anything.
Translation: it's your fault.
Yes.
All the cheating I was doing. If you had been a better husband,
That's what women
then,
do.
I would have cheated.
That's what girlfriends do. That's what women,
It said like he was
wives
working a
do.
lot. Sounds to me that this guy brings home most of the bacon or all the bacon.
They twist it around. It's your
Not the life
fault.
she's used to.
You didn't pay
And I
me
will
enough
imagine that he
attention.
scaled back at work or took a different job that required less out.
You didn't pay me enough attention. You never bought me flowers. We never had date nights. There's some guys that don't do that. I'm a type of person who, I'm a hopeless romantic. I would do that type of stuff. But some boyfriends don't. Some husbands don't. It doesn't, give her a pass to go cheat. But the one thing that all these cheating wives and girlfriends have in common, they always turn it around and blame you. It's your fault that she cheated. Even though all she had to do was sit you down and tell you what was on her mind, she was feeling unloved, unwanted, and even say, I don't know about this marriage anymore. Make the husband go, oh, okay, I'll pay more attention to you, we'll have date nights. Or how about counseling, marriage counseling? No, they go straight for the sausage factory.
Hours, and he was there with her more and paying her attention and making her feel wanted. What would probably happen? Then she'd be upset because he's not bringing enough money to continue the lifestyle that she's become accustomed to. So there's no fucking winning here. The only thing the guy can, basically the only way to win is not to play. That's saying there. But also the fact is, this guy should have been laying down the law and handled things better in that department. But what's done is done. But listen to this.
Before he gets, especially when she was starting to go out more, and when she would go out and he asked where you're going, who are you going out with, she wouldn't give him a response. Or she would say, I'm just going out. And he said he accepted it. if you're married and your wife is starting to go out more and she's not telling you where she's going, wouldn't that be like what do you call it? Oh, a red flag? Anyways, still doesn't excuse her cheating. He just would have caught it earlier.
Law handle things better in that department, but what's done is done. But listen to this. Well, I've been keeping all this to myself. I haven't told anyone. Not my friends, not my family. I'm protecting her image. Why? If you're protecting her image, then obviously you're thinking about staying with her. You're not protecting her image, you're protecting your image. Because understandably, no guy wants people to know that his wife is cheating out of left and right. You're going to feel like dog shit. Understandable.
I've always wondered that. A lot of guys who get, like husbands who get cheated on, a lot of them don't like anyone to find out because they think other people will think that they're less of a man. Your wife cheated on you? Oh, you must be bad in bed. You must not be giving it to her enough. Or I've always wondered how many more men have been cheated on and just stay in the relationship because they don't want anyone to know that their wife cheated on them out of just a pure embarrassment. They don't want anyone to know. Their friends, family. Heck, you might know a friend, a family member, co-worker who's married and has been cheated on. And so, I mean, the chances are they're pretty good. But I wonder, just think about it. Think about a brother, a cousin, a friend, a co-worker. Hell, I mean, even maybe your dad, maybe your mom cheated on your dad. You never know. Because a lot of guys are like, have a big ego and they're proud. If I was cheated on, I would, oh my gosh, I would file for divorce right away. I would be bashing her on social media. I would, unless my attorney said, don't do that. But once everything's filed, divorce is over with and everything, I would ask my attorney, now can I bash her on social media? This effing whore, I gave her everything. Like I said, I am a hopeless romantic. So I would treat, just like I did in the past. I've only had 2 girlfriends in my life. I'm not afraid to admit, but I haven't dated anyone like 20 years. It's kind of hard to have a girlfriend since you have no income. I haven't had any income since 2008. But I'm loyal, I'm caring, honest. But yeah, I've always wondered that about. I bet you there's dads out there of yours that might have been cheated on by your mom and they're still together, and your mom and dad just kept it to themselves because of your dad's ego. But
you can't stay with her, my man. I don't want to make her look bad in front of everyone. She's still the same woman I fell in love with, right?
Oh my God.
I'm trying to convince myself that I can forgive her and move on.
Oh my
Smack! Brother, how much pain do you have to go through until you finally see reality?
Gosh.
First of all, who you thought you fell in love with is not this woman. And that woman, that was never there. The odds are probably she got with you around a time period she was ready to, okay,
At least 3 guys.
settle down, find a guy that will definitely propose to
In
her.
1
marry her,
year.
No questions asked, really, and just be happy to, because he said she's gorgeous.
She's a gold digging hoe.
Why did Amazon send me $20,000?
Get out.
Because I use Amazon AI. I'm going to
I
show.
don't care.
He's probably just happy to meet her and have her marry him, and then she can go on and continue on her ways.
Please have a happy
I think
ending.
you were fooled, my friend.
Not like your
You can't
wife.
stay with someone like this. She'll do it again. I guarantee it.
Exactly.
It's hard, though. I'm struggling with the idea of moving past it. She told me that she was mentally loyal to me
Oh
and
my
only gave away her
gosh.
body. As crazy as it sounds, part of me believes her.
Oh,
Smack, smack,
gee.
smack. Brother, self-respect. She's using the Jedi mind trick, or like the Sith version of the mind trick on you. Mentally loyal, guess what? You stay with her, she's going to be like, oh my god, this guy fell for the mentally loyal thing? Ha ha ha. And she'll be back out there with those same guys.
If he stays with her, I hope she cheats
But another
on
part of me
him.
is wondering, can I really forgive her? Well, I think you can forgive her, but you shouldn't be with her. I just don't know what to do. I'm leaning towards forgiving her, but it's tough. I'm still processing everything. I'm not sure if I can forget
My
the hurt or
gosh.
even fully trust her again.
Oh my god.
You're not going to trust her again. You're always going to be imagining this. Every time she goes out, every time she's on her phone, every time you're in bed together, every time she puts the moves on you, you're going to think about some other guy. Guys that are older than you, 10 plus
You
years.
deserve to get
all
cheated
dead.
on. I hope she cheats
That's not
on
marriage. It's the way to
you.
live. You're not that old. You have your whole life ahead of you.
You're an idiot.
But I'm trying. Should I forgive her and try to move on, or am I setting myself up for more heartache?
More heartache.
Lawyer, please, end it. Go to a lawyer. Find out your options. How the hell old are you? Did you say he's 34 years old, and she's 32. You have your whole life ahead of you. Go to a lawyer, find out your options, take the hit, and there's going to be a hit because you're probably in a no-fault divorce state, and move on.
Oh my
She
god.
doesn't love you. No woman that loves her guy would do that. Okay? If she really wanted to work in the marriage, she would have communicated to you that she's upset, she's lonely, she's feeling unloved, unwanted, whatever. Okay, fine. She didn't do that.
She
went out and
must
cheated
be,
on
like,
you. And
super
now getting
hot.
Gave me some nonsense about I was mentally loyal. There was no loyalty at all with her.
She
Believe me,
must
her
be
mind was with the
super
guys
hot.
With those guys as much
She
as her
must
body
be
was,
great
okay?
in bed.
No, don't fall for it. And if you stay with her, I'm telling you now, it's going to get worse. But it's like, how much suffering do guys have to go through till they finally wake up to reality? So it's up to you. Now I'm going to read a few comments here, but the main one I'm going to read here is from a woman. In fact, I'm going to read the comment from a woman first.
I don't want to hear a comment. I'll read some comments here on YouTube. Hopefully they share my same. She can be mentally married after the divorce. Yeah. Time to tell her she can be mentally married, but I'm physically gone. She appreciates her husband's financial loyalty. Yeah. The guy is a simp. It was only 3 men. 2 laughing emojis. That month. Dude deserves what he gets when he accepts that foolishness. Exactly. Mentally loyal. More like royally mental. Yeah. This is almost as good an excuse as my ex-wife saying she didn't cheat because she had fallen out of love with me. So it didn't count as cheating. Oh, jeez. You know what? She must be hot and great in bed. She must be able to suck a golf ball through a caged fence. Sickening, man. I hope he gets cheated on more by her. I hope he does. I am angry about this. I am angry about this. She got away with it. He's got a lot of money. She's a gold-digging whore. I hope there's an update down the road. How old is this? A month ago. Unbelievable. She's gonna. The thing is, people that cheat end up cheating at least one more time in marriages. She cheated at least with 3 different men in a year. At least. That's what she told him. She's a serial cheater. She's gonna cheat again. She's a hoe. She's a gold-digging hoe. He's got money. And this makes me sick. Anyways, I gotta go. Bye everyone. Just take care.